Hot Air, the mostly true story of the first hot air balloon ride by Marjorie Priceman. It was September 19th, 1783. Thousands of people have come to watch an incredible experiment at the Palace of Versailles in France. Ah, Versailles, 700 rooms, 67 staircases, 15 fountains, 2,000 acres of manicured gardens, too many chandeliers, paintings, and gold bathtubs to count. But enough about that. What a crowd has assembled. Scientists, school children, opera singers, and architects, noblemen, farmers, and one famous pastry chef. Even the American ambassador Benjamin Franklin is here. And of course, King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. But enough about them. The demonstration is about to begin. After months of work and many sleepless nights, the amateur inventors Joseph and Etienne Montgolfier are ready to test an exciting new kind of transportation, the hot air balloon. So never mind the important people and splendid surroundings. Pay no attention to that little dog or that lady with a towering hairdo. Look instead at the basket attached by slender ropes to the balloon now rising high above the crowd. Inside that basket are ballooning's first brave passengers. A duck, a sheep, and a rooster. This is their story. Quack! Moo! Ah! Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cluck! Bah! Quack, quack. Cluck. Bah. Quack. Happiness and joy, an historic event. Our brave aviators who have touched down at the woods of Valcresson are found in fine fluff and feather and carried back to Versailles. There they are greeted with flowers, song, and better food than usual. But enough about that. You may be wondering, did this all really happen? Well, yes, sort of. The Montgolfiers were real people who are considered the inventors of the hot air balloon and the fathers of aviation. The September 19th, 1783 balloon flight with barn animal passengers is a matter of historical record, but the details of the flight may or may not be true. The author heard this part of the story from a duck, who heard it from a sheep, who heard it from a rooster a long, long time ago. Here's a brief history of Montgolfier's balloons. In November 1782 in Avion, France, Joseph Montgolfier ran his family's paper company, but at the heart he was a dreamer and an inventor. One evening he watched smoke from the fire carry bits of ash up the chimney, and he wondered, can smoke lift other objects? Using materials at hand, he made a box by stretching fabric on a thin wooden frame, leaving an opening at the bottom. He then lit some twists of paper and held them at the opening, filling the box with hot, smoky air. Much to his delight, the contraption lifted off the table and floated up to the ceiling. On December 14th, 1782, in Annonay, together the Montgolfier brothers repeated the same experiment outdoors with a model 3 times the size of the original. It floated away, landing in a distant field. On June 4th, 1783, again in Annonay, a public exhibition of the new, larger, rounder device. To combat the cool, wet weather, a brazier was attached to the balloon. On landing, the brazier tipped and set the balloon on fire. The flight was a great success nonetheless, and news reached Paris. The Academy of Science invited the Montgolfiers to demonstrate their invention for the king at Versailles. On September 12, 1783, in Paris, before its test run, the Versailles balloon was soaked and shredded by wind and rain. A disaster. Even so, the king insisted that the demonstration would be held the following week. On September 19, 1783, in Versailles, in 4 sleepless days and nights, the Montgolfiers and a team of craftsmen produced another balloon. It was 57 feet high and 41 feet in diameter and weighed 1,596 pounds, plus another 900 pounds for a basket, a duck, a sheep, and a rooster. Their flight lasted 8 minutes, reached a height of 1,500 feet, and traveled a little more than 2 miles. The animals were found unharmed by balloon enthusiast Pilatre de Rosière, who, along with Marquis d'Orléans, on November 21, 1783, would fly on the first manned balloon flight. The Montgolfiers thought that smoke was the force that lifted their balloons. Years later, it was discovered that hot air rises because it weighs less than cool air.